Hi, welcome to Ethical Hacking, probably the coolest course that we teach in security. One of the great things about this course is it's fluid. Yes, we have a textbook, and you will see that on the syllabus, and that it's a pretty good textbook. I do recommend everybody get that in some way. I will advise you that you don't want to get it brand new and you don't want to get it from the bookstore if you can help it. In fact, there are many ways to get a hold of that textbook out there on the internet. You may want to check with your classmates to see if they have a PDF of it that they are willing to share. But if you are trying to complete this course without the textbook, it is available in the library on reserve. I believe I have it for overnight checkout. I think I have 2 copies there currently. But please note that you will need that textbook for this course. Now, the other thing about this course that is going to be cool is this year we are doing National Cyber League as a part of this course. That is a capture the flag that requires your textbook as well as many of the skills that you will learn in this course to be successful at. So, NCL, National Cyber League, you can Google it. I will be posting links soon, and typically there is a fee associated with that, but this year ARC is covering that fee for you. You are lucky. I wish it was around, NCL was around whenever I was initially taking classes. I think that I would have loved it. It is a great opportunity, so be sure you take full advantage of it. So once again, that's going to be a part of this course. You'll notice that there are projects listed, discussion boards and projects listed throughout the course in the course syllabus. I will be adjusting those slightly as the course goes on because I've never done NCL as part of a course before. So this is all brand new, so please, some flexibility is required in this course. In fact, this is ethical hacking, folks, so a lot of flexibility is going to be required. Now, what is ethical hacking? I know it's kind of a weird name, and this is basically the people with the skills that go in and find the flaws in computer systems so that way they can get those patched up before the bad folks find those flaws. Ethical hacking, though, this is not a course to teach you how to hack into someone's Facebook account. This is not a course that advises you to do anything illegal whatsoever or that harms other people. Ethics means we do things the right way. We are the good people. We are the white hats of the world. So if you have taken this course because you want to do something negative to someone else, you're in the wrong place. And if you see any classmates doing anything out there that you know are not along the course's expectations, I advise you to tell them don't do that. And one of the things that it's really important to commit to early on as you learn these skills, because these skills can be used to harm other people, to harm organizations. Make the commitment to yourself that you will be a white hat and you will not use these for any personal reason. And one of the things that I find really is important is to make that promise to yourself, make that promise to your classmates. Right now, before anything is going on in your life that is super negative, that might tempt you to do the wrong thing. The thing about this class is it teaches you just enough to do some damage and get caught. It doesn't really teach you enough to do some damage and avoid capture. So essentially, for some people, this class could be a recipe for disaster for their lives because once again, it's just enough to do some damage and get caught. And a lot of the people that participate in unethical hacking, they're not in this country. Yes, we do have a lot of unethical hackers in this country, but there are a lot who are not necessarily here, so it's easier for them to evade capture and not get prosecuted because they're not here. They're not easy targets for law enforcement to get a hold of. But you, my friend, you are here. So you do not want to use any of these skills for personal gain or for negative things. There are so many opportunities in IT security for you to use these skills for good and get a hefty paycheck while doing it. So please, right now, right here, commit to being a white hat. Now, I will say that there are gray hats who will take classes like this, and what a gray hat is it's somebody who uses some of these skills but doesn't necessarily have permission of the target. Now, you just taking this course, you are not good enough to be a gray hat, so you do not want to take that route. I do not have any negative feelings towards gray hats. For the most part, they have the best intentions. They might test a system that the manufacturer doesn't want to be tested, but usually they release the information for the public good. But this is an advanced area to get into. You should not be in that area yet if this is your first time doing some ethical hacking. And you definitely don't want to be a black hat. Those are the folks that don't have permission and do it for personal gain for the bad. So, white hats, let's get started. Hopefully you watched the first orientation video, which covered a little bit about how the course is organized. So here we are on the National Cyber League website. You will be enrolling in NCL, and when I click on fall season, this gives me a screen where I can register. So notice it's usually $25. It's a bit late for the registration. So that has already been covered for you. You're going to click register here and create an account, and notice here we go, register, and this should take you to a screen where you can create an account. So you want to click on the red and create an account and put your information in. After you do that, you're going to be utilizing a code that I'm going to email each of you. And that code is required to waive the payment or the registration fee. So you definitely want to wait until you receive that code to register. Let's take a look at what NCL actually is. Okay, so one of the things that NCL is it's a very controlled environment. It is a place where you are going to be encountering some things for the first time. Some of the skills that you will see here: open source intelligence, scanning, enumeration, exploitation. Notice these are all chapters in the book, really. We'll be doing some password cracking, traffic analysis, log analysis, wireless security, cryptography, and web application security. And what you will have in NCL are puzzles that you will have to solve. So if you like video games where you have to solve things, then you might like NCL. But one of the things that NCL does is it goes through skills that you would need on the job if you were working in cybersecurity. So it's a great way to validate your skills, to show employers that you actually have the skills and experience. And for the most part, I find that just reading about something and learning about it in a more of a rote memorization way isn't a great way for you to gain the confidence that you need to ace interviews. But NCL is one of those things you can do to help gain confidence that you not only understand a concept, but you actually know how to do it. One of the other things is employers use things like capture the flags, which is what NCL is, even though NCL is kind of an entry-level capture the flag. They use them to fill positions. So let's say you don't have any experience in cybersecurity, but you've won a bunch of capture the flags or you've scored highly, you're more inclined to be picked up by an employer for a security type job. All of our participation in NCL is going to be scored because as you crack things, as you solve puzzles, you receive points for that. So there will be points assigned to your login, to your username, and those are considered like scouting reports. If you are a fan of sports, it's kind of similar. You have scouting reports that then other organizations can use to fill their jobs. The other thing is, notice they're advertising, so they use your information. When you do sign up, your information is being used if you want it to be to fill roles. So that's basically NCL in a nutshell. The calendar and events section is what you're going to look at to see the dates, and let's see if the fall season is up here yet. Here we go. Okay, so notice you missed the registration, but you have a ticket. It's going to be your code that I send to you. Currently, right now, people are in gym training, and gym training is a great way to go and get practice for your mandatory preseason game, which is October 19th through October 27th. Notice this is online, so this is going to be on your own time. This is an online course, so pretty much the whole course is on your own time, but you will be having to do the mandatory preseason game to get ready for the regular season game. And notice the regular season game has a lot smaller window. This is November 2nd through November 4th. And then of course there's a postseason game as well. um, November 15th. So that's when you redeem your code. It's the 16th through 18th. So these are pretty small windows here. You're not required to be online for that whole window. Most people will do a few hours here and there. Some people get really sucked in and they'll stay up, but take care of yourself. Don't stay up for the whole window. But it is really great practice. And in general, the very first NCL someone does, they don't score very highly. That's fine. No one expects you to hit the ball out of the park the first time you swing. But the more capture the flags you do, the higher and higher you score. And by the time you're a couple years into NCLs, you're scoring at the top. So keep that in mind. Don't shoot for the stars the first time. Just learn everything you can. The other thing that I'm hoping that you really master in this course is the importance of using Google to search for things. So just because you hear a term the first time you don't know what it is, doesn't mean you necessarily need to ask me what it is. I advise you to use Google. One of the things that I learned as a young IT professional is when you don't know the answer to something, oftentimes you just need to Google it and you will find the answer. The main difference between you and the people that are in other roles is your willingness to find an answer. And if you can find an answer, then generally you're so far advanced of most people in other roles that they think you're brilliant and you do magic, and really all you do is Google anytime something comes up, and then you go through the problem solving aspects of whatever you find in Google. So oftentimes if something breaks in IT, all I'm doing is I'm Googling it and finding the answer and then going through troubleshooting steps that I find in Google. The first few steps never work. Usually it takes me a while to find the right answer if it's the first time that that particular thing has broke, but I will find the answer because I will not stop. So do not stop. Whatever you do, you might hit a wall, but if you keep Googling, you will eventually find a way to get over that wall. I am looking forward to getting to know you in the class, and if you are local to Sacramento, we probably will have a couple meetups for NCL specifically. Last year we met up and had pizza and had a good time while we did the final days of the competition during the regular season game. And one of the best things you can do while you're in any class here at ARC is get to know your classmates. So please start off by participating in the discussion board this week and let us know who you are and what you're up to. Okay, everybody have a great first week. And remember, this is a short first week. This is really just Thursday through Tuesday, and then the second week gets started. So do not dally. Take care.